Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. There is a story that has been making headlines at the international front. It has been grabbing headlines by the international media. Apparently, William Samoei Ruto, the president of Kenya, is a man who loves flying abroad. When he gets invitation, especially to attend any summit, in one of the foreign countries, he feels that is an accolade. He feels it is a prestigious moment for him because many people in Africa feel that William Ruto has gotten into this new colonialism. He's the new kid on the block. He's loved by the USA and London and everywhere, and he never misses such opportunities. So there's this summit that apparently, for the first time since William Ruto ascended to power, deliberately missed out. He was invited and he was scheduled as one of the key speakers to deliver a keynote speech. But something happened that he was dropped just abruptly. The schedule had been given out. He was supposed to be one of the speakers. Then all of a sudden, he was dropped. And then he also decided that he was not going to attend that meeting. And I want us to read just a little about this because there's a video of someone who is also explaining the humiliation that was facing William Samoei Ruto. This meeting or this summit is always organized by the Financial Times, and it's written Financial Times speaks on Ruto missing from lineup at London African Summit. Let's just read this. The Financial Times spokesperson Mark Staniland has responded to concerns about President William Ruto being dropped from speaking at the 2024 African Summit. In a communication to the Kenya Times, Staniland noted that Ruto had earlier informed them that he had a busy schedule, although he still hoped to attend the summit. Further, Financial Times has indicated that they will be happy to have the head of state at the next summit. And this is what they said. We were aware before the event that President Ruto's schedule was very busy, but he still hoped to attend. We look forward to him joining us at the future Financial Times African Summit. Now it goes on to say President William Ruto has been unexpectedly removed as a scheduled speaker at the ongoing African Summit 2024 organized by the Financial Times. Originally, Ruto had been listed among a lineup of prominent global business leaders and was slated to give a keynote interview from 11 a.m. to 11:20 a.m. East African Time. However, the planned segment has been removed entirely from the summit's agenda. President Ruto's keynote was anticipated to address significant economic topics affecting the African continent, reflecting Kenya's growing role in African and global markets. The summit did not provide reasons for the adjournment at the time. That has caught the attention of many people because I have explained that our president is a man who loves flying out. In fact, there is this joke in the country that our president is a visitor. He would fly out for some days or weeks, then he sojourns in the country. Some people make jokes that the president has visited State House for a few days, then he will go back to his home. He flies. They've given him names. The president who loves flying the air, several things. So when he missed out on this occasion, a very prestigious one, it raised eyebrows because apart from the fact that he loves flying, he also loves anything that is connecting him to the whites. I don't know why. He's not a proud Pan-Africanist. Anything that is connecting him to the whites, he would really do it. Remember how he's taken our police to Haiti. Remember how he's so much involved with the Bretton Woods institutions, taking loans from IMF and World Bank, and they give him conditions. Back at home, there's a way they have embraced LGBTQ, something that has rocked a lot of discussion. People say that he wants us to drop our culture, he wants us to drop our food because he has embraced GMO. So when he missed out on an opportunity to meet the whites, people are wondering what has happened. Now I want you to watch this video. There's a lady here who is trying to explain just what happened, because it is unbelievable that our president could deliberately decide that he was not attending that summit.
Kenya, nyinyi ni watu amazing. Si nyinyi ni watu amazing. Ai, yani nani mtukufu Magosta akifikiria huko tumerelax. Kumbe Kenya huko mayuni kumchomea mapicha. Wanachoma picha. Sasa kulikuwa na hii nini African Summit inafaa kuhappen hapo London. Na nabii Mr. Magost alikuwa ametengwa kama one of the speakers. Ataongea kwa hiyo mkutano. Yala? Lakini sasa pia kulikuwa na concert huko London ya Bien. Unajua Bien Musa kijana barubaru wa Sauti Sol. So kwa hiyo concert nakwambia watu walikuwa na chat, Ruto must go, Ruto must go. Yani mpaka tumuzunye huko tu ni Ruto must go. Na unaona hiyo summit ina happen London, officials wa kunini hiyo summit wakaona, umesikia vile Magost anaimbiwa huko Ruto must go, na huyo ndo mtu tumeweka kuwe speaker. Ikabidi wa change mind. So ikabidi Ruto maze, wewe you cannot be a speaker. You cannot. In fact, we think you should not attend this one. You should sit this one out. Kaa tu wewe usiattend. Relax. Tutakuita hiyo ingine. Hivyo ndo aliambiwa. Alafu unajua kwa social media huko of course watu wataanza kuuliza kwa nini nabii? Kwa nini mtukufu Magost aongee? Wakasema mtukufu Magost alisema atakuwa ameshikika, ataweza kuattend. Ataweza kuattend. Uongo, wewe unajua vile mtukufu Magost anapenda ndege kupepea. Nikajake tu na chaja nachukua ati ataweza kuattend. Ni uongo, alitolewa. Wakenya waliamua huyu hakuna kuspika ataspika hapa. Officials wakaona wenyewe hawa Wakenya pia si jokes, wanaweza ingililia hii summit. Alitolewa kwa picha. Aliambiwa ataattend hiyo ingine. Ni Wakenya ni wagwan. Nyinyi watu amazing. Power to the people. No backing down. Alafu sasa leo ndo huyo Trump tu ndo anaongoza. Huyu ambassador wa US, huyu wetu Manu Mzungu kujiinvolve na maaffairs za hapa na pale kwa nchi yetu. Start packing your bags. Aanze kupack bags zake. Kubafu. Leo nasikia tu roho. Kenyans. Salute.
So that was it. That people started making noise, Ruto must go. Fearing that he would be so much humiliated, he decided to cancel that invitation. Because our president would want people who'd want to convince the whole world that, I was voted overwhelmingly by Kenyans for the first time, an election that was free of violence because people love me. At the African front, he started by telling people that we need to move away from the dollar. People thought he was the new Pan-Africanist, only to realize that this is the blue-eyed boy of the Western imagination. The kind of delegation that Joe Biden gave him when he was being sworn in. The organizers also realized that it was going to be a very shameful exercise when their invited guest is being heckled. And the Kenyans in London it is like the Kenyans in London had decided that they were going to teach their president a lesson because they are tired of the loans, of the lies, of the promises, of this dalliance with the international community. Yet back at home, there is nothing. taking our policemen to Haiti, yet there's a lot of insecurity back at home. And they have decided we are going to teach him a lesson. So the organizers decided to save him from humiliation. His name was removed from the speakers, and that is humiliation. That was really shameful to him. And people have started, in fact, now he's known that he's not a Pan Africanist. It is known that he is not who he is. And I think that served him right.